Hello, this is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, The White March. We are in Brackenberry province in the Doom Manor or whatever.
No problem.
Excuse me. The burly guard eyes you warily. I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Doomino? I'm just here to loot the place and kill anyone in my way. Really? Tell me about the house. It's an old and respected family. Much of Defiant's base property is due to their business activities. Oh, these are the ones that are criminals. Now, do you have any further business here? Farewell. I will see you out. Okay. That's right. These are the ones that end up being criminals. They started out respectable, and then, yeah. Oops, there's something here.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark.
Is that cheese? It's cheese. There isn't so much as a spot on these oranges. So where is, the person who's tending this? So we got some named people, Francis something. You see a burly man inspecting a dilapidated inn, the Amana salesman almost dwarfing him as they walk through the once proud establishment. The walls are ripe with stains and only wall knows what else smeared on every available surface. Not one thing stands unbroken, and moth-eaten blankets, rotting food, and trash give evidence to a succession of squatters. The man frowns, scrutinizing the space. The Amana gives him a final offer, flashing 2 white teeth with each symbol, oversized and threatening. With a sigh and a jingle as he hands over the coin pouch, the man acquires the dump of an inn and begins to plan. Okay, well, better luck. Timothy. As you near you hear, okay, yep, so this is Timothy. So they're brothers, I think. The last one's name was, yeah. You see this man kneeling naked before a dais in the center of a large round room. Across the room, opposite from where he kneels, stands a large throne. The throne's back and 2 of its legs are broken, rendering it unstable and causing it to tilt precariously on its stand. The room is ringed with figures clad in black robes, each chanting quietly, resulting in a low drone that pervades the room. On the dais above the brazier is another robed figure holding a leather-bound book with charred marks on it. He is speaking to the naked man about piety, dedication, and law. When he finishes, he bids the other to rise and holds the book out to him over the burning coals in the brazier. The naked man nods, and the robed man drops the book into the fire. The naked man drops to a knee, briefly pressing his forehead to the side of the brazier, then stands and thrusts both of his hands into the coals at the bottom of the brazier. He retrieves the book, slowly presenting it to the robed figure before him. The man rubs his thumb over on the ash that has collected on the cover of the book and uses it to draw a mark on the naked man's forehead over the burned flesh. The naked man bows his head and whispers, "Was that right, Daw?" The robed man nods patiently. The naked man looks to the broken throne with childlike eyes. "Did you see that, Mum?" Oh, wow, that just seems really weird. Really, really weird. One is white water and the other one is white brows. Okay, that's what confused me. It doesn't take much to confuse me, does it? Nope. Nope, not at all.
Yeah. My eyes are peeled.
Okay, so the charred something is up here, which is where we need to go. The charred barrel, and we have another manor, and then this takes us to Copper Lane, where we have several quests we can update there. Oh, that's something up here. The mortared stone wall is sheltered by the eaves. A knotty green vine climbs all the way up to an open window. 2 ornate shutters seem to beckon you in. Okay, let's leave. I'm gonna save. I have no idea what this is about. Toss a grappling hook to the window. You cast your grappling hook and it catches on the windowsill. The rope remains taut as you put your weight on it. Climb the rope. Bracing your legs against the wall, you climb the rope. You perch atop the windowsill and steady yourself against the frame while the breeze cools your back. You detect movement inside the house. Blinking as your eyes adjust to the dim interior, you slip inside the manor. So I wasn't able to get into it. This is the only way I could get into it. This is Greenmont Manor. I had to break in through a window. Okay, there is Scroll of Prayer, The Light of Dawn. Play is a play. Okay. And money.
No problem.
Alright, this is another scroll. Minor missiles. And this is The Light of Dawn. Morality Play Part 2. Compassion and Judgment. Looks like there's only one way in here. So why are we attacking them? I guess I don't understand this, huh? Let us go ahead and let's go down and talk and see if we can get in first before we walk through that door. Climb down the rope.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Yeah, you keep saying that. This is the cracked whatever. The Charred. I'm sorry, the Charred. So let us see what's going on here. Can we get in? We can get in. Okay. The servant pauses from his task to bow, averting eye contact. Speak softly around the Lord's daughter, Lynette. She's sensitive. What does that mean? Okay. You don't want the cheese. The labels are perfectly angled outwards, boast an array of fine vintages. However, they're all covered in dust. Okay. Well, here she is. Lynette Ramont. Father never reads to me. He's always busy with his own books. Okay, so you wouldn't talk to us?
Eh?
Maybe it needs to be me? My favorite is a story about Galpentian's beast. The biggest always eats the smallest.
Got it.
So this is weird. Is somebody holding somebody hostage? We got a guard over there. Sorry. Lord Remont may seem like a harsh man, but he's also fair and generous. Is he now? The Light of Dawn, Morality Play Part 1, Charity and Generosity. There he is over here. So what's going on? The ledger lists quantities of wheat, copper, and raywood. Wool. A deep crease along the spine suggests that the book never closes. Why? Because he's always in it. Writing
Why
stuff
not?
on it.
There, done.
Scroll of insect swarm. I didn't need it. Come on. Clothing. I don't need that either. So, what is going on with you, Lord?
Well met, friend.
Lord Rentmont holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all of his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. Tell me about yourself. He snaps the pages in his hands. I am lord of this house, and not prone to idle chatter. If you have no business here, I suggest you be off. He doesn't look up from his papers. Okay.
Keeping an eye out.
So who is the person in charge? They're all servants. Sprigs of dried lavender and rosemary infuse the kitchen with a fresh aroma. Yeah, figured it was just be food. So, and like, where's the stairs that even go up? Oh, there they are, right there. Okay, maybe he's upstairs then. Something is going on here. Something fishy. Right? Am I in the wrong? I am. I need to come over here. Oh, they split. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Can we go up? Yeah, let's just go up. Remote servant. The old serving woman regards you with bleary eyes. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to return downstairs. Visitors aren't permitted on the upper floor. Backhander? I'm not going anywhere. Why won't they let us up here? So it's two houses we can't get into here, and I didn't find anyone that I could have spoke to, like to make appointments with. They're all servants or guards. Interesting. I don't want to attack anybody outright until I know. I don't want to kill anyone outright until I know what's going on here.
Son of a moose fucker.
I beg your pardon?
Sorry. Kalu's always telling me to watch my language, especially around the kids. Guess I haven't had a reminder in a while.
What happened?
One of them heard me tell a joke about a glam-felling youth with frostbite somewhere sensitive. Kids repeat everything.
I meant just now.
Jam my thumb. Nothing big.
Okay. But a jammed thumb hurts like heck. Let's see. Let's go ahead and here. We have a quest to update, I believe. There is something that we needed to do.
Eh? Sure.
Hope we don't have to fight anybody because I am a little hurt. Heartless bitch, really? Thristin. The young elf is dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily brocade sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without the medallion. I told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it if that's what you're here about. Then save yourself the trouble. He puffs out his chest but glances at the exit. Cyril, isn't she the top prostitute at the Salty Mast? I think she is. Just tell me what the problem is. If I were after you, you'd already be an oozing pulp under the table. Lucky for you, today's my day off. I'm just here for a drink. Yeah, I'm just here for a drink. He watches you and hesitates for several seconds. Finally, he gives a nervous chuckle. You had me for a moment. I wouldn't put it past her to send someone like you, though. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Guild. We've been working together for over a year now. I had a noble with more money than sense fill him up with liquor and send her away. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee and a little extra. Ah, he rubs his fingers together. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Well, that's kind of dishonest, but yeah, so go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty, until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off of some noble. It's Thristin medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't go home without it. Seguina's brow furrows in pity. That's a hard thing. You're both a couple of cheats, and you're finally getting what you deserve. Good riddance. Well, that's true. I'll see about getting. Tell me about your situation. He picks at the hem of his sleeve. What do you want to know? Well, what makes this medallion so important to you? I grew up in Glapen with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glanfipians have protected in Withian ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we'd dwelled in for generations. Most of my clan mates scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. He looks at his embroidered robes with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. That is all rather fascinating. A single medallion to earn the gods' favor and so return home? It reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Like your story, Conan. Well, you seem like you've done well for yourself. He clenches his heavily adorned hands. It was this or scrape it by in the gutters like the rest of my clan. But I'd give it all for that medallion. I offered it too, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Cyril knows it. I still don't understand why you can't take your money and return to El Glapen. He sighs, arching his nearly plucked eyebrows. Of course I could, but that's not the point. A community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. He makes circles with his wrists. Like an anchor, defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does this make sense to you? Yeah, it does. He smiles and nods slowly. Then you know what it's like, how to care for something you can't explain. So tell me about Cyril. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast over in Orda's Guild. She wasn't born too much, but she's done what she has to in order to escape that. He gazes at a string of amber beads around his wrist. I like how they keep emphasizing all the wealth he's got on him. She's a good friend. He folds his arms in his trailing wrinkled sleeves. Without her, I'd probably be living hard, hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held to for generations. Okay. So will you help me get the medallion? Yeah, I'll see about getting the medallion. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya. He fidgets with his sleeves. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Okay, I knew there had to be a reason for her. So I have to go back to Andra's Guild. Alright, we have a noble here. It looks really drunk. The Charred Barrow is the finest inn in the city if you're looking for lodging. Oh, okay, so it's an inn. Salt is somebody who is, The scripts and props belong to a production of the most unfortunate tale of Fava. And yeah, that's some of the things that we've been, those are some of the things that we've been, picking up along the way. Despite what you may have heard, nothing unusual goes on at the sanitarium. Really? Really? And a noble. We're very lucky to have Druid Roll based in Blackenberry. It makes the district feel safer. That's stealing. I don't need the beer. Noble. Okay, that's got a name on it, so we know we're going to get something there. Let's talk to the innkeeper.
Greetings.
The man is dressed in neat but functional clothes. His sun-wrinkled skin and limber musculature reflect a life spent in the wilderness. Well met. What brings you to the Charred Barrel? Is this your place? It's my retirement. He thumbs the bar. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited from some great uncle who never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. Now it's the most popular spot in Brackenbury. The nobles come to unwind, and kids from other districts come to mingle. He leans closer. We get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin's as good as anyone else's. Yep, it would be. Who are you? I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. He rubs his neatly stubbled cheek, crossed the White March half a dozen times, and mapped most of the ruins of Thembog. He grins, flashing a gold tooth. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Vapor Good, Cliver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. He raises a mug. What more could a man want? Sure. Show me your menu. So yeah, we got all this stuff here. Cheese, camping supplies. Dragon eggs dish. 30 maximum. Wow. That's pretty darn good. For 4,200. Oh no, not for 4,200. We need a room. Let me see your rooms. Rest for 2 nights. 2 intellect and 10 will. Or 2 perception and stealth. That's intellect and will. Okay. Wait a minute. We were going to talk to some of these because these got names on them. Nope. You need more reasonable people. Oh, these are the ones that have the names. Oops. Never mind. You see a woman clad in expensive finery. Her eyes flash as she interrogates a trembling wreck on the ground. Reaching into his pocket, her hand curls around an address and she smiles grimly. Moments later, she is in a bedraggled alleyway, her pace quickening. Her braids trail around a corner, and she is upon them, or perhaps they are upon her. The action does not last as she easily dispenses of man after man, searching their faces, clothes. Shouts for something she fails to find. Frustrated, she moves on, but not quickly enough, as an Orlin attacks her from behind, the seal upon his finger glittering with malice. The woman's eyes alight upon it as she twists to evade his blow, and her eyes burn bright. Perhaps this was not a wasted trip after all. Okay. You see a large group of people gathered in the common area of a large inn. This man is standing in the midst of the people, engaged in conversation with someone. He is smiling and talking gregariously, moving from person to person with ease. He is able to extract himself from one conversation and insert himself into another without a break in his stride. I envy people like that. He kisses the hand of a well-dressed woman, dipping her, then twirling her back into the arms of her escort. He moves on to another group, slapping someone on the back while laughing at a joke, and then he is off again. Sliding between people, hugging someone, shaking hands. He never stops. Finally, he seems to have hit his limit, and he excuses himself from the gathering, much to the dismay of everyone there. He smiles and waves as he leaves, making a little bow with a flourish of the hand as he closes the door. Once he is away from the inn and around a corner, he pulls several objects from a concealed pocket in his jacket. He looks at each one in turn. A necklace, a brooch, a couple of coin pouches. I figured he was lifting from pockets, and a small jewel. Smiling, he pours the money into his palm and quickly counts it, still aimlessly wandering the streets. He passes a beggar and holds out a bowl to him, pleading for a pittance. The man stops, smiles at the beggar, and drops all the coins into his bowl. Then he walks off, whistling happily. So he just enjoys stealing from people. Some people are like that. Or he feels like he's taking from the rich to give to the poor, kind of thing. But he didn't take everything, did he? Because he didn't give everything. Please don't track dirt into my kitchen. The patrons here are particular. The oven smells of roast game, heat, and baking bread. This goes upstairs or downstairs? I think this goes downstairs. Who are you people? They're bandits. Ripple sponge. Well, let's go ahead and we have a bandit leader and three bandits. Just having a little chat with my associates. Then where are you here? It's usually pretty quiet down here. That's what the boss likes about it. Yeah. All right. I need to do my scouting. This isn't the basement. Flasks of the infamous soul burn of the dead fire are nestled next to crystal clear. Wow, okay.
Sure.
The proprietor has collected a respectable variety of bottles from around the world, from the Andaria reds to sweet summer wines of whatever. You just buy something over here? Keep hoping you will. Pale yellow and deep amber whiskeys from the Darrowwood and the Living Lands rest side by side. So what are you guys doing down here? You won't talk to us either. Interesting. I could probably attack them if I open this because it'd be considered stealing, but it isn't their stuff, I don't think. So that went downstairs. This one goes upstairs. Have I looked at everything here? Yes, I have. Okay, so we got a noble and a noble. Got to laugh now and then, right? Yep. House. No. Oh, that's someone who's named. We got a couple people who's named here. This ashtray is painted with colorful waves and whirls in the style of...
Why not?
It's locked.
There! Done!
It's money. It's a lot of money. Actually, a lot of coppers. This map of the Darrowwood and a weapon appears to predate the discovery of some of the ruins in the east, is signed by the cartographer A. Sketrin. Okay. So let's talk to you people. That's what I figured. You see a woman sway, her voice floating gloriously above the court, lifting and sweet. It twists around them, and they smile, enraptured as she palms their hearts one by one. She begins to dance, but something in her step is offbeat. She pauses, confused. A snatch of some foreign sound in the air, competing, resisting. It takes her a moment to spot him, a small man with a single brow, chanting under his breath, disrupting her song with his staccato incantation. She intensifies the dance, the swing of her hips, wider her feet. The swing of her hips wider, her feet a flicker above the square tile ground, the underlying chant in her own song more pervasive. Her lips twist intently, vibrating with the effort of countering her charm. His lips twist intently, okay. And then a note crystal clear, bright and tinkling. He begins to smile dazzledly as her song continues, and he forgets all about resisting. She has won the day and the court. Okay, so they were contradicting each other. You see a pair of chain gloves sitting on a table between two men. The gloves are inlaid with gold runes and aglow with a faint blue aura. This man stands on one side of the table, and across from him is another man, dressed in arcane robes. The man retrieves a small pouch and hands it to the wizard, telling him to count it to ensure his entire payment is there. The wizard smiles, giving the man a half bow, and then empties the pouch into his hand. You wanted these gloves protected from thieves and other unsavory characters, he says, dropping the coins piece by piece back into the bag. Put them on, and they will never leave you. The man slowly slips his hands into the gloves, a look of satisfaction on his face. His smile falters a little once they're on his hands. The gloves splash briefly and then start making a light metallic tinkling noise. The look of satisfaction quickly becomes one of concern, and he grabs at the gloves, trying to pull them from his hands. His fingers tug at the openings, but they have shrunk, trapping his hand inside. The metal begins to work its way into his skin, small drops of blood appearing on the surface of the gloves. The man drops to his knees, fighting with them and crying in pain. The gloves constrict until they have completely shrunk around the man's hands, becoming one with the flesh. The man looks in horror at his hands, then up at the wizard, who has finished counting his money and is standing at the door. You certainly won't be losing them now, he says, stepping through the door, slamming it behind him, leaving the man on the floor staring at his hands. Well, I figured that was going to happen when he said, they'll never leave your hands now. Yeah, I figured as such. Can't trust a wizard. Can't trust wizards. Monde Joie? Sounds like a French name. You see a group of children shouting, twisted laughter erupting from two small mouths. An eyeless boy, face grown over with strange black tusks, cowers against a log. His small shoulders shake as he whispers to himself, trying to block out the relentless trail of insults. Freak, monster, deadhead. The boy stays long after the other children leave. You see the same eyeless boy, now a man, many years later. Another group crowds him, but this time it is an audience. He tells a long joke about a ghost and a privy, and by the time he reaches the punchline, the crowd is yelling, starting to sound very much like the first.
Let's see what lies this way.
Alright, let's go on in here. Let's see here. The water jug fashioned from white clay. Maybe we'll take that because there's nobody here. Pirate, Merrywith. The captain takes her shorely. Oh, this is what we came for. We're Merrywith. Yes. I forgot. This is for the map charts routes through the White March. Yes, this is for the siren in the lamp in the lighthouse. That's right. Merrywith watches you through kohl-rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her wrist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best be kept that way. Well, you don't seem like a Brackenberry loco. I'm a sailor, she gives you a half smile, and a liberator of certain goods. Merrywith casually fingers a large earring. And the nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. And what brings you to the charred barrel? Merrywith raises an eyebrow. What's it look like? Good wine and a little peace and quiet. She flips a copper coin with her thumb. And Skierden doesn't ask too many questions. So someone at the old lighthouse in Audron's Guilt was looking for your ship. I didn't peg you for a liar, least not from what I've heard. She looks you over, narrowing her eyes. But that don't mean I believe you. She leans in, her voice a low hiss. You better explain what gave you such an interesting notion. The last lighthouse keeper watched for your ship every day. It's all in the log. The last lighthouse keeper watched for your ship every day. It's all in the log. No! Her snarl flashes a gold tooth. She turned me out. We were poorer than the fishermen who live there now, and when she learned I'd put food on our table with stolen coins, she told me that if she never saw me again, it'd be the mercy of the gods. Her darkened eyes filled with rage. I had nowhere else to go, and it was a rough life until I rose to captain. Well, she ignored the daring advance to stay behind. I think she was waiting for you. She turns her eyes away. She was always so stubborn. I forget sometimes where I got it. She gulps down the rest of her wine. I'll go. Perhaps it will give both of us some peace. Okay. Return to now by the lighthouse. The banshee shouldn't be a problem any longer. Cool. I need to go there anyway to Ordon's Guild because I have another task that needed to be The Wailing Banshee. Return. Yeah, okay, we already know that. Yeah, okay. And the way out of here was over here, I think? Yeah, it was. Okay. So we've done everything here we can, because there's two places we couldn't get into. One is a criminals organization, and we need to go to there, over there. This takes us to Carpeline. We'll go to Carpeline after we finish this quest over here.
They say a Rawatai artillery master contributed to the Godhammer bomb. I wondered if...
Of course. You want Rawatai to be a part of this history. Crow about how your people helped the Deerwood. Maybe your Ranganui lied, Amawa.
On second thought, I'll ask Adair.
Yeah, don't ask him. He's on us. Okay, so since we're here, we have to go to the Salty Mast anyway to finish up that quest with Syria to get that medallion. And I know we'll have to stop back at Bracken, the Charred, whatever, barrel. Here we are. So we need to pay money to go see her.
Good day to you.
I'm here for... quiet time. Quiet, nope, that's not... Isn't this who I was trying to get to? Tell me about this place. I wanted to do some refreshments. Any of your regulars interested in eating corn? Wait a minute. That's her. Or no, do I have to? I've already paid, so I bet I can go up. Now, can I go up and talk to her without having to pay again? Maybe. Because it didn't give me that option to pay for her. And she's over here. Yep, here we go.
Well met, friend.
I'm here on a quest to recover a Glanfithian clan. To restore. Oh my god, I can't even read. I'm here on a quest to restore a Glanfithian clan. She takes in your attire. So, you like role-playing? I can work with that. Your friend, Thristin, sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. Sarah raises her chin. I offered him his half of the money, and he refused it. She crosses her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? Yeah, he did. I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Glapian. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Thristin suddenly's gotten nostalgic. I'll buy it from you? She laughs. It's worth 6,000 pans. If you've got that kind of coin, I'll gladly help you spend it. Wow. 6,000 pans? Chris, we're accumulating money. We are, because, When we're in fighting anyway, we're getting a lot of stuff that we can sell. In fact, I probably have stuff I can sell. Yeah, I'll pay you for it. Cyril goggles at the bag of coin in your hand. She looks back at you for just a second before reaching into her bodice. She holds a carved Adra medallion by a cord and gives it to you. She cradles the bag of coppers. I could be in a cottage in Brackenbury tomorrow. She looks hopefully at the medallion in your hand. I'm not going to tell you your business, but if you do mean to give that to Thristin, it would mean a lot to me too. I hope he finds everything he's looking for back home. She pulls a moonstone ring off of her finger. Please, take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. Good for you. We only gain 192 experience. Farewell. So what's that ring entail? Far from home. Return, yeah. How come these, yeah, they do it twice. So, these should be in the inventory, not here. Potion of iron skin. Well, that's something, yeah. Maybe you can, do you have room for that? You do. How about one of these? Okay, so this is to resolve this moonstone ring. Okay, do you have a ring on? You've got bartender's ring. Damage against spirit, damage against vessel. That's why you're doing so good. Okay, you're doing a lot of those. I know I have 2 rings, I think. Minor ring of protection. What is resolve do? Resolve reflects the character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and the emotional intensity that can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, leadership. Okay, so that's what resolve is. So I got fortitude, reflex, and will here, but I have another ring. Why is it only... what does this one do? Gans Pledge. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the perils that plague the world. An aspect of the gold respects the harvest of old age, symbolizes by the many. I'm not sure. So it gives 15% endurance, or not 15%, 15 plus endurance. Okay. You could probably use that. You don't have any rings. No, you don't. Let's give you that then. Okay. I'm going to pause while we make our way over to the lighthouse. Okay, so we are back. Let us see what happens now.
Hello.
You'll never guess what happened. Knob points to the lighthouse. I was keeping an eye out for you, and who strolls down the dock but Merowith herself? You should have seen the stare she got, but she walks right into the lighthouse, never a word to anyone, and just when I'm sure she's met some awful fate in there, she strolls right out, still saying nothing to nobody. Now I'm hearing all sorts of rumors about Merowith and the last lighthouse keeper. She shakes her head. I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced that the place is safe again. I've even got a construction crew ready to start work. So I gained 1,000 copper, lost evacuation notice, lost logbook, gained... okay. She takes a deep breath, a big, contented smile on her face, and I know I've got you to thank. Here, this is for you. Come back when the renovations are done. I've got big plans for this place. Okay. So that's done. The Wailing Banshee. Cool. I'm curious to go into it, but what did she give us? She gave us, Potion of what? Did she give us something? Another ring. This ring signifies membership in the club. That's the ring that I have to have. Okay. It doesn't do anything, but you just have to have it on you, I guess. What did she give us? Iron King's helmet. Why do we have these helms here? I forgot she's got that spider. So I don't ever use my, so what the hell did she give us? I don't know. I know I've got to thank for it. It says she gives us here. This is for you. Come back when. Oh, maybe she gave us money or something. I don't know. Anyway, I want to go in there and see what's upstairs now.